Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we have an exciting video lined up for you. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an update from our channel.
Guys, in this video, we are going to discuss how we can read and write file in Python. To read file in Python, we have couple of operations with file object. Files are everywhere on computers, mobile devices, and across the cloud. Working with files is essential for every programmer, regardless of which programming language you are using. File handling is a mechanism for creating a file, writing data, and reading the data from it. The good news is that Python is enriched with packages for handling different file types. Okay, we are going to discuss each operation one by one. Let's see how we can open a file. I have opened my PyCharm. I have created a new file for this demo. Okay, you can see. So this is our whole demo so far. You can create any file, right click, you can click new, then you can select Python files. So we have our files where we are going to work. Okay, before we start, we have to create a text files which we are going to read in Python program. So to create a files, you just right click on this option. You have to go to your physical location of the project because we are going to read from that location only. You just select open in, then click on explorer. So this is our project. All the demos programs are here. So we are going to read the file from this location only. Right click. I'm going to create a new file, the text file test. Okay, this is my text file. Here I'm going to add some message. So that is welcome to Python. Okay, so this is a message. Along with I'm going to type some more messages. This is first line. This is second line. I have saved the file. I have closed the file. Okay. Now let's start how we can open a file in Python. To open a file in Python, we have to create first a variable of it, file object variable. We have to use one open method. We have to pass on our file name, that was our test.txt file. We have to pass on the mode as well in this open function. We can say R. R means we are going to read the file. Now what we have to do, we have to print the content of the file by using app.read. Okay, this is the function that is used for reading the text from the file. This is our file object. It will open the file in read mode. Here we are going to use the read function that would read the file contents. Let's see. We have run the program. You see all three messages are printed which was there in the file. Welcome to Python. This is first line. This is second line. So you have successfully opened a file and read the data from it. It is good practice to use with keyword when dealing with the object, even the file objects. The advantage is that the file is properly closed after its sweet finished. Okay, even if an exception is raised at some point, using with is also much shorter than writing equivalent try finally blocks. Try finally blocks will be covering in our upcoming videos. Okay, but before that we have to see how we can use with keyword while opening a file. So you can see with, and you can same use the open. You can say pass on your file name .txt. Don't need to pass any of the mode here because by default it is read. We are going to say as f, this is the same thing, or even we can say f1. This is a variable for this file object. Then we are going to say read data f1 dot read. Okay, then we are going to print our data, read data. Okay, let's run the program. You see, the message is printed twice. The file content is printed twice. First, from this statement, we have printed the content. From this second statement, we have print this content. Okay, so this is how we can use with keyword while dealing with the file objects. We have to close the file object, closed. So this is the property which makes sure the file is properly closed, right? So it is working. If you are not using with keyword, then what you have to do, you have to say file dot closed. Okay, because this method you have to use, because you are going to say I have to free up the memory which is taken by this program. Okay, it will work same as. Okay, you see both the messages printed. Now let's create a one use case. We have closed the file. After that we are going to read it again. Okay, let's try it. Okay, f1.read. Okay, let's see what will happen. You see, there is a one exception, IO operation on closed file. So we have used read operation after closing the file. If we use this read function before we close it, it will work. You see, it is not working yet, so maybe that way. Yeah, it is working. Okay, you see, because the indentation was not proper, that's why it was not working. In this scope, we have again read the file, then after this we have close it. Okay, so let's do it here. F.read. After closing the file object, we are trying to read it again. Let's see. You see the same message, it is not working. If you keep this statement before the close function, then you will be able to print it successfully, right? There is one case with read method. If you want to print the file's content with a specific number of characters, that you can do this as well. How to do it? Let me say, if you want to read only few characters from the file contents, that could be possible. Let's say I want to read only 5 characters from the file. Okay, so it will read only 5 characters here. Let me run it again. You see, only 5 characters are retrieved from the file. If you want to increase it, let's say 10, it will get the 10 characters. You see, now total 10 characters are printed from the file. So far we have seen open and read functions. Now let's see what is readline function. Readline function reads a single line from the file. A new line character /n is left at the end of the string. Okay, now let's see how we can print the single line. Okay, so what you have to do, let me remove this, and here we can, instead of read, we can use, let's say, read line. Okay, let me remove this statement as well. Let's see what will be the outcome. You see, it is printed the first line from the file. Now let me open the file once again. What is it in there? This is our test file. So this is the first line. Okay, welcome to the Python. Okay, if you want to read the next line, then you have to call it again. Okay, let's see, run again. you see the another line is printed. This is the first line. Okay, this is the first line. If you want to read again, then you have to print it again. So all three lines are printed from the file. Okay, so this is the read line method. You can also read lines by using for loop. Okay, line wise line you can print out. Okay, so for x in f. Okay, so you can say the print x, and we have to, let's say, and as a blank value, so it will print again, because every line at the end there is slash n for breaking the line. Okay, so we are going to replace this with this keyword and. Now let's see, this is the same thing. Okay, we have to do it. Before that, let me comment this out. Okay, now let's run the program. You see the same message. We have commented out these statements, that's why this was not printed, but in for loop we could see all lines from the files are printed right here. Okay, if you want to print all the lines, you can also use the list type with the, you can pass on your file object. So this is the same thing, right? Either you can do that way, this is the same thing, or you can use the read lines. Okay, let's say f dot read lines. F dot read lines, and this is the same thing. Okay, so it will take all the lines from the file here, and one by one for each will print the line. Okay, now let's see how we can write text into the file. So that is our write method. Okay, by which we can write any text into the file. So how we can use it? We have to use the same statement. Let me take this again. This is now f1, new file object for us. Instead of r mode, we are going to use r plus, means it will read and write both. So what we'll do, we'll be reading the each line from the file like this. That is the first f1 object. Okay, then we are saying we are going to write something into the file. After printing the lines, we are saying that is our f1 dot write. This is the method. We are going to pass on, let's say, slash n will be providing for the new line, and new text added. Okay, this text we are going to insert into the file, and even we can also get how many characters we have added to the file. Okay, it will return us the characters. Okay, that will also print. Okay, so let's run the program. Okay, so this is second line. So new text added. Let's see whether it is added to the file. First close the file, go to the file again. You see new text added. This text has been added to the file by using write function. Okay, it also retrieved how many characters we have added. You see 16 characters we have added into the file, that is coming from this variable. Now let's see saving structured data with JSON. So far what we have achieved, that was unstructured data in text file. Now we are going to deal with JSON files, that is called JavaScript object notation. There are three methods like dump, dumps and load we'll be using for JSON package. let me put some comments. Structure data, even let me say saving structured data in JSON. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to import one package, that is JSON. Okay, then we'll be creating one structured object, that is, let's say we have one dictionary object. We have one dictionary that is called, let's say, the employee name, that is again the same name, Raj. Employee age, we're going to say that is 30 or 20. Okay, this is our structured data in form of dictionary, right? What we are going to do, we are going to dump this data into our same file. Okay, the f1 file we had created, so we are going to dump this data. So how we can dump this? So we will be using json dot dump, that will be using dumps and dictionary object. Okay, and we can also get the output str. We can take one variable, then we'll be printing str. Okay, so this data is going to be right in the file. Dump method is for passing on the structured data object and then the file object. So file object we have not yet passed here, that's what the problem is. Okay, so we are going to use this f1. This is our file object which is already open. It is in read and write mode. Okay, and we are passing here, we are using dump. So now it will dump the object. Okay, let's see, reopen the file again. You see, it has added the same object data into the file. Okay, now let me tell you the difference between dump and dumps. Dumps function always used to convert your structured data into the string. Okay, how? Let's say str1, this is a new variable. So let me say json dot dumps. We are going to say our dictionary object, this is the object for us. We are going to dump it and we are going to get this object information into the string. That's why dumps is used. Okay, and dump is for writing the data, writing the structured data to the file, and we are passing on the file object here. So this is a difference. If we print the str1, let's say print str1, so it will print the same thing here on the console. Let's run the program. You see, it is printed the same thing in the console right here. Okay, we have one more method, that is load method in JSON package. What is the purpose of this method? Actually, it loads the structured data from the file to the object. Okay, let's see. Let's say load. So let me remove all the things from here. Okay, and then I'll put the double quotes. I'm saving it. Now what I want to read the data again, read the file again into f2 file object. Okay, and here what I am saying, let me take x as a variable, json, and then load. Okay, and we are going to pass on the file object here f2, then we'll be printing the x, what data is there in the json. Okay, let's see how it works. Run the program. It is not getting decoded. Okay, column 4, F2. Okay, what's the problem? Let me remove these codes. That would be the problem. Let me run it again. Okay, you see, you got the same object, right? You got the same object from the file that is structured. You can get the structured data easily from the file into your object. Okay,
That brings us to the end of the today's video. We hope you found it informative and engaging. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more exciting content on all things tech related. Thanks for watching and we will see you in the next video.